Xin chào mọi người, hôm nay mình sẽ nói về virus và cách nào để diệt virus. Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about the virus and how to kill the virus. Okay, first let's talk about the actual parts of it. First, this is the actual VGM, or called virulent material. These things can absolutely disguise, pretend as there are ribosomes, and absolutely this is the protein shell. This might help them to actually penetrate any type of cell. This is the envelope, the outer layer of the coronavirus. But can you see these actual parts here are sticking out of the envelope? These are called protein spikes. Protein spikes are a type of proteins are used to absolutely help the coronavirus get inside any cell by actually touching the receptors, like a key in the lock. Okay? Let's talk about the protein spikes. These two protein spikes are for getting inside the throat cell, like a key in the lock. But what about this one? This one doesn't do nothing. Just doesn't do nothing anyway. Okay? Now let's go here. This is what looks this is the receptor right here. Receptor. And when you touch them, they might absolutely be protected by an outer layer, protected by a bubble shield. Or they might actually just sacrifice itself to release the VGM or virulent material. Okay, like other active type of diseases, like flu or like the flu, which is similar by a virus, starts out by absolutely releasing a VGM and absolutely try hard to absolutely penetrate the nucleus, but with coronavirus, they don't need it. First, they absolutely release. When they're protected by a bubble, the bubble bursts and they release the actual access of the VGM to absolutely disguise as ribosomes. After that, they do something they absolutely touch the genetic information, causing to make the Golgi apparatus to make absolute protein spikes of the virus. But when they release the VGM, they absolutely can disguise as absolute ribosomes. But when they touch them, they'll also make protein spikes. These two look similar, but a little different. Okay, after that, this is genetic information right here. Okay, you can see these are the Golgi apparatus, parts of the cell. And absolutely, what is right here? Well, I zoom in a little bit, and absolutely, this is the genetic information right here. See that? And this is the ribosomes. These are ribosomes, but they're not ribosomes at all. These are disguised ribosomes. These are the VGM, or disguised. Then how does it actually do? Well, here's an actual theory of this. First, when the actual disguised ribosome touches the genetic information, they make protein spikes. After that, in second, the Golgi apparatus starts to weaken and shrink. That's because the envelope is made from the Golgi apparatus, but it's still not enough spikes. So they pass through another one to be concerned, and voila, they absolutely make the coronavirus done. Okay, now next one, how to kill a virus. Well, we know there's different types of white blood cells, but ribosomes are actually different, and corona are absolutely defenders of the antibody. What does it do? The Y-shaped is an actual type of cell. I mean, an actual white blood is a part of the B cell when it's been released. There's a billions and billions of antibodies. Billions and trillions of them. Yes, a trillion of B cells. B cells makes a lot of them. How? By using T cells. When T cells touches B cells, they make antibodies. And why does it happen? Why does T cells make B cells? By using the help of macrophages. Okay, why does it happen? Well, they eat the virus and turn them into antiphages. Yes, here it is an example. This is a digestive. This is the actual the digestive enzymes of the macrophage. When they make them into antiphages, and it can see them by means of the outer layer right here. And absolutely when it touch them, the T cells realize that the body is infected by the virus. Total bastard. But I think the coronavirus needs some more actual parts. Okay, so here it is. Let's talk about the antibody. Here it is, an example. Antibodies. When you touch a virus, they make a signal calling the macrophages to eat the virus. Yes, the antibody is the Y-shaped part. When it's released by the B cell, absolutely send a signal to the virus. To send a signal that makes the macrophages to know the location of it. So that makes you eat them and turn it into antiphages. Okay, next we have the macrophages. What do macrophages do? Well, their only job is to just eat the virus. Before that, they make absolute antiphages that you can see on the wall. And when the T cell absolutely touches them by one of its protein spikes, they absolutely guess what? Yes, you got it. To absolutely realize that the body is infected. Now let's talk about T cells. And I know why it looks so similar about coronavirus, but it's different. These spikes are not absolute as the name of protein spikes. These are called protein receptors. Yes, protein receptors, you got it. Protein receptors, what do they do? Well, when they touch an antiphage the coronavirus starts being eaten by a macrophage, they actually make an act. They realize they make absolutely. You got what? Well, they will absolutely just make the actual T cell realize that the actual body is infected by coronavirus, but not exactly per se. Okay, now let's go to the B cell. What do B cells do? And how do they make antibodies? Well, when a T cell realizes that the body is infected, they make new copies of themselves. But what do these new copies do? Well, finding a B cell. The B cells are also important. I know that they are smaller in size, but they are very, very useful. Yes, B cells or have these actual non-protein receptors when it touch the. I know these are similar to the actual protein spikes, but they actually are not. But the actual T cells and the other micro cells can recognize the B cell. I would say, and its receptors. When the T cell touches one of the receptors by its own shape, B cells can make absolute antibodies. Here, look at here, under here. The antibodies are coming out of the actual B cell. antibodies are coming out of it. So, by defending them. And what do? Well, here it is. The antibodies touches one of the protein spikes to call the actual macrophages to eat them, the virus, to make them into antiphages. Okay, and the actual part, T cells can also have the shape of the virus. The actual protein spikes, when they touch it, they realize it's an enemy. They release toxins. This is a toxin. And slowly, when they release the toxins, they start eating the viruses. The virus starts to absolutely rupture and die. And leaving the VGM, or ribogenic material, and they dissolve it or eat them eat the VGM. Yes, our immune system is very, 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 very useful. But what happened? But what if? But do absolute T cells can kill another type of virus? Well, just you see this, and soon you will study, does white blood cells kill them or lose a beating cancer? Then watch our next video soon, and bye. See you next time. Subscribe, like, comment in the bell, and comment me if you like it, or absolutely check any videos if you see if I'm right or not. If I'm not, I'll absolutely just I'll just fix the mistakes for you guys. Then bye. See you later. See you next